Lori's story is about a way of life.
Well, you go down the street and half the people that you see are your relatives.
The only life she's ever known.
I thrive on friendship. That's important to me, to have communication.
In a place where no one is welcome.
If you're an outsider, it's pretty much closed up to you.
Unless they are members of the Fundamentalist Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, or FLDS.
I've grown up with you don't talk to people. Press is bad. They just take what you say and make their own story out of it. But at the same time, something has to happen. Nobody else is doing it.
Lori and her husband Ross did speak out after Ross was excommunicated from the church. He described the FLDS prophet Warren Jeffs as a Hitler-esque dictator who may be staying secluded in this walled compound with his 50 to 70 wives and extra security. Ross claims Jeffs may destroy the community of 10,000 here through financial misconduct, forcing underage girls to marry older men, and excommunicating men while forcing them to leave their homes and families behind. He told me the community is at risk of becoming another Waco. The Chatwins still live here in this house, but they've been ostracized by most of the community.
In the eyes of my family that's still here, I'm a traitor.
A few months earlier, when her husband fell in disfavor with Warren Jeffs, the prophet told Lori Ross needed to be disciplined.
And he wanted me to help in that disciplinary action by not sleeping with my husband. As time went on, and I started thinking, this is really stupid. Why are we complying with what he's trying to enforce, whether we sleep with each other or not? It's none of his business.
Right.
Just the same as it's no business of anybody in the whole entire world how many wives Ross has.
Even now, with no job, no money from the church, and facing eviction from their church-owned home, Lori clings to her religion's polygamist ideals.
Do you want a sister wife more than Ross wants another wife?
Well, for a man, that's a very dangerous question, because everybody's going to say, oh, he just wants to sleep with another woman. And so, looking at it that way, I would say, yes, I want one worse than he does.
A sister wife, Lori says, would share the housework, help with the children, and be a friend.
A close friend under the same head, where we don't have to say, well, I can't do that because my husband doesn't want me doing that. If we want to do something together, we know that it's okay.
I told Lori many women watching this might respond by saying, fine, but my best friend doesn't sleep with my husband.
Says who?
Here in Colorado City, church doctrine teaches a woman needs a man ordained in the FLDS priesthood. Without marriage, a woman cannot reach the highest kingdom of heaven and dwell with God.
A woman cannot find a man because they're all taken. All the good ones are taken. And therefore it lowers the value of a woman. Now, if she can have her pick of men, whether they're married or not, she can find a good husband that increases her value.
Anti-polygamous activist Flora Jessup says she ran away from Colorado City as well as years of abuse and a forced marriage when she was 16. Though Lori and Flora grew up in the same place, they have opposing views on the culture of polygamy. But Flora believes she knows what Lori is drawn to.
I think the small town concept, the small town, the small close-knit community is what's powerful. I don't think it's the polygamy. I don't think it's anything but having a close-knit family.
Lori's story is about a way of life, though how her story will end remains uncertain.
At this point, it could go either way. I don't know if we'll be able to stay here. I don't know if we'll have to leave and start clear over.